Hey Jacob, today we're going to continue to read Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. I hope you enjoy the book as much as I have, as it's coming to an end. I already have a couple more books in mind that I think you might like. Skinny. Skinny McGuinn was so terribly thin that while taking his bath Sunday night, out popped the plug, and sloosh swoosh and glug glug, it washed Skinny right down the drain, out of sight. And where is our dear Skinny bathing tonight? In some underground pool down below? Or up there so high in that tub in the sky where all of the clean people go? The Land of Happy. Have you been to the Land of Happy, where everyone's happy all day? Where they joke and they sing of the happiest things, and everything's jolly and gay. There's no one unhappy and happy, there's laughter and smiles galore. I've been to the Land of Happy. What a bore. Pirate Captain Jim. Walk the plank, says Pirate Jim, but Captain Jim, I cannot swim. Then you must steer us through the gale. But Captain Jim, I cannot sail. Then down with the galley slaves you go. But Captain Jim, I cannot row. Then you must be the pirate's clerk. But Captain Jim, I cannot work. Then a pirate captain you must be. Thank you, Jim, says Captain Me. Fish. The little fish eats the tiny fish. The big fish eats the little fish. So only the biggest fish get fat. Do you know any folks like that? If the world was crazy. If the world was crazy, you know what I'd eat? A big slice of soup and a whole quart of meat. A lemonade sandwich, and then I might try some roasted ice cream or a bicycle pie. A nice notebook salad, an underwear roast, an omelet of hats, and some crisp cardboard toast. A thick malted milk made from pencils and daisies. And that's what I'd eat if the world was crazy. If the world was crazy, you know what I'd wear? A chocolate suit and a tie of eclair, some marshmallow earmuffs, some licorice shoes, and I'd read a paper of peppermint news. I'd call the boys Susie, I'd call the girls Harry. I'd talk through my ears, and I always would carry a paper umbrella for when it grew hazy, to keep in the rain if the world was crazy. If the world was crazy, you know what I'd do? I'd walk on the ocean and swim in my shoe. I'd fly through the ground, I'd skip through the air. I'd run down the bathtub and bathe in the stairs. When I meet somebody, I'd say, "Goodbye, Joe." And when I was leaving, then I'd say hello. And the greatest of men would be silly and lazy, so I would be king if the world was crazy. Stone telling. How do we tell if a window's open? Just throw a stone at it. Does it make a noise? It doesn't. Well, it was open. Now let's try another. Crash. It wasn't. Chester. Chester come to school and said, "Dern, I'd growed another head." Teacher said, "It's time you knowed the word is grew instead of growed." The silver fish. While fishing in the blue lagoon, I caught a lovely silver fish, and he spoke to me. "My boy," quoth he, "please set me free, and I'll grant your wish. A kingdom of wisdom, a palace of gold, or all the goodies your fancies can hold. So I said, okay, and I threw him free. And he swam away, and he laughed at me, whispering my foolish wish into the silent sea. Today I caught that fish again, that lovely silver prince of fishes. And once again he offered me, if I would only set him free, any one of a number of wonderful wishes. He was delicious. Forgotten language. Once I spoke the language of the flowers. Once I understood each word the caterpillar said. Once I smiled in secret at gossip of the starlings, and shared a conversation with the housefly in my bed. Once I heard and answered all the questions of the crickets, and joined the crying of each falling dying flake of snow. Once I spoke the language of the flowers. How did it go? How did it go?